Good evening and welcome to UBC News Tonight at 10 p.m. with me, Sharon Komugisha, joined by Mugalu Mohammed on sign language. We start off with the leaders in Western Uganda who have commended the presidential wealth creation tours for providing an opportunity. And of course, these commendations come as President Yoweri Museveni is set to start his wealth creation visit to Ankole sub-region in the first week of March.
President Yoweri Museveni has continued to traverse the country in what was dubbed as the presidential wealth creation tours.
The president is telling us about development, about working together.
These tours are development and results oriented.
These zonal tours have given an opportunity for the president to explain to the population the central requirement of how nations can become wealthy.
I can tell you the support is immense, and his message on wealth creation, his stance, his resolve to bring every Ugandan into money income is really overwhelming.
In it, the president interfaces with different members of the community about key government projects.
Key issues that the president focuses on are largely the need to mobilize people, to change the mindset, to empower the people to get out of poverty.
We were asking for roads, for water, for electricity, but the president says that what is very important, and he uses the biblical quote that the God said that seek ye first the kingdom of God, that seek ye first the household incomes.
This was extremely relevant to Chigezi because we, as for example, Kabare district, we have received 14 billion. And out of the 14 billion, 95% of this money has been utilized. So this thing for PDM to check on what is happening with PDM was a great thing for us.
To accompany the president during such wealth creation tours is the NRM Secretary General, Right Honorable Richard Odom, whose main assignment is to cross-check the party's scorecards.
There were sport districts in Chigezi which used to support FDC. But by the look of things, it's like the population has come back to support NRM, and NRM has gained ground.
A few days ago, the president has been in Greater Chigezi sub-region.
I can confirm that Chigezi has been a fertile soil. We've been warmly welcomed. The people have embraced the wealth creation message from His Excellency the President.
But what has caused the shift in political affiliations? This is a question we posed to a section of NRM big wings.
Those who had gone astray and supported opposition, they have found that the opposition is sterile. It is important in terms of being able to deliver services and take Chigezi and Ugandans to the promised land.
However, the trend in Chigezi comes with some hurdles now within the yellow camp.
That because of this, so many individuals have come up to be candidates within NRM. So we shall have a lot of internal contradictions.
Jane Bareje is the chief facilitator of the wealth creation tours under the capacity of State House Controller.
The president always wants to see things by himself, wants to verify. He wants to evaluate the output there. So he likes seeing things by himself. That's why he decided to move out there and see if such programs are working, if they are functional.
From Chigezi, the presidential wealth creation tour motorcades will park in Ankole sub-region starting this week. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
Kabera Maido General Hospital in Kabera Maido district is struggling to deliver health services due to the numerous challenges ranging from inadequate infrastructure, power supply, staffing, equipment and drug supply. This was disclosed during the visit of the head of monitoring of government activities in Teso and Karamoja sub-regions, Lieutenant General Peter Ilwelu, to the hospital.
Kabera Maido General Hospital is facing a number of challenges that have delayed proper service delivery to the populace. According to the medical superintendent, Dr. Eric Auna, The facility has small old wards and theatre, inadequate power supply, understaffing and drug supply, as well as old equipment like the ultrasound but without X-ray machine. This was raised during the visit of the head of monitoring of government activities in Teiso and Karamoja sub-regions, Lieutenant General Peter Elwelu, to the hospital.
What we have at the moment is, it was meant for Health Center 3. We have only one operating room, which means one patient at a time. So if you have like 2, gives you a challenge. So you either have to die or you have to wait for the other one to come out to tell you. We have our generator that we put on to handle emergency, but the generator is also old. We do not have the X-ray. The ultrasound scan that we have here is very old. The space, these buildings, they were meant for Health Center 4.
Henry Damba, the Chief Administrator Officer, highlighted that the staffing level of the hospital stands at only 29% and the general health sector is at 33%.
In the health sector, overall, the biggest challenge now we have is staffing, because we have a staffing level of about 33%. And the hospital itself is around 29.
Victor Res Ekesu, the LC5 chairperson, asked the government to allocate more resources for the completion of the new theatre and purchase of an X-ray and CT scan machine.
We want to beseech government to commit some modest resources towards the completion of that big theatre, which now is proportionate to the demand for services in Kabramairo, and also help us to acquire X-ray and CT scan machine.
Despite the challenges faced by the local governments, Lieutenant Elwelu urged the government officials to utilize the resources that government has injected to the people well. According to him, the officers should serve people with one heart free from corruption so that they leave behind a good legacy as the government tries to solve challenges faced by local governments.
So for us now, here, this is the time for you to do something. This is the time for us to do something for our people. Nobody should supervise you. I don't believe in supervision, because when you're seeing, if you're being supervised, then you must be a devil. But I believe in doing the right thing, and without supervision.
Kabramaida General Hospital started as a dispensary in 1928 before it was elevated to the current status in November 2018. It has a catchment population of over 2,000 people. Charity Marion Imnat and Imidila Salomo for UBC.
The government of Uganda, in collaboration with the World Bank and the leadership of Machindi Sabagaba municipality, has formalized agreements with 3 companies for the construction and consultancy services in the development of 10.15 kilometers of selected roads. This project is strategically divided into lots. Lot 1 and Lot 2 aimed at enhancing infrastructure, improving mobility and facilitating greater accessibility within the region.
The 10.15-kilometer road construction project in Machindi Sabagaba municipality under the Greater Kampala Metropolitan Area Urban Development Program is a 5-year result-based initiative funded by the World Bank and Government of Uganda. The project aims to enhance infrastructure, boost mobility, and stimulate economic growth within the municipality.
Consultant services for environment and social safeguards.
Supervision of the project is entrusted to Segam Consults Limited, who will receive 3.8 billions. Arden Services International Limited will manage environmental and social safeguards with a budget of 1.15 billions.
Consultant services for environment and social safeguards.
Lot 1 of 5 kilometers is being carried out by China First Highway Engineering Company Limited at a cost of Ugandan shillings 34.93 billions, while Lot 2 of 5 kilometers is being executed by JIC Construction Company Limited with a budget of Ugandan shillings 32.95 billions. A dedicated management team will ensure that the project maintains the highest standards of quality, safety and efficiency.
For Lot 1, civil works,
State Minister for Kampala, Kabyecho Fatogabye, emphasized the critical need for efficiency and superior quality in the construction process, highlighting the importance of building durable roads that will serve the community for generations to come.
But that is to support this work, to monitor and supervise and so on. Please, Town Kiraka, this is your project, this is your contract. Tuko pamoja. It's not my contract, it's yours, and you are the chief supervisor, monitor, and so on. For us, me and the mayor and my technical woman, this dangerous girl, for us is to come and see what you technically you've done.
The Undersecretary of the Ministry of Kampala and Metropolitan Development also stressed the importance of cohesive collaboration among the three contractors. He affirmed that strong teamwork will enhance operational efficiency and ensure the seamless flow of financial support from the ministry.
When you are working, work towards addressing our problems. Don't put things that are not going to support the local situation. That is my emphasis. I am also happy our supervision consultants are natives. You know the geography of these areas, and we expect you to do good work for us. I have told other contractors, while we transfer the ministry, the money as a ministry, we will follow the money. If you are doing well, you will not see our faces so much. But if you are doing badly, we'll make sure we talk about it and everybody knows that actually the contractor we have in Makinde Sabagabo is not doing well.
Bantu Machabe Semambo and Ivan Joko, UBC News.
As Uganda's first cohort of O-level students under the new competence-based curriculum prepares to enter Senior 5, teachers in private schools report that they have not yet received textbooks from the upcoming A-level curriculum. Although workshops and training sessions have been conducted for the new curriculum, the government has yet to supply the necessary materials in time. Details follow in the story.
The Minister of State for Higher Education, Dr. Muyingo Chrysostom, recently closed the Senior 5 selection exercise at Umalugogo, where top schools selected candidates with A's and B's. The development is attributed to limited space and infrastructure to accommodate a huge number of learners. This competence-based O-level curriculum rolled out in 2020 has seen its first cohort receive results in early February, and students are now preparing to report for Senior 5 on March 3rd. During Maryland High School's Thanksgiving for last year's O-level candidates, I bump into Namigo Gloria and Birunj Edgar, both of whom scored straight 9 A's at the same school. These two share how the competence-based curriculum has made learning enjoyable and creative.
And one thing I understood about this curriculum was not about how much you know, was about what skill can you bring out, because they were targeting skills, not the knowledge you have. Yes, you might have the knowledge, but you must find ways of bringing out the skills. For example, in chemistry, we had many questions that were not so about the chemistry. For example, the number one was about Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
When we just joined the new curriculum, we were really so confused, because that's why these questions that we are like worries for these question papers that we are going to be asked, right? Like what is biology? What is that? What? But right now they will send a problem-solving question that is going to help solve the society.
We were relevant in preparing the young people, and that they were able to perceive and understand the concepts and show the application as required by the new curriculum. So we felt it worth thanking God for the bumper harvest.
We came before God last year as the students were about to do their papers and dedicated them to the Lord in prayer. And the Lord has been so gracious to us that this school is among the top schools in performance.
With the Senior 5 selection exercise ending yesterday at Lugogo, teachers have expressed readiness for the new A-level curriculum. However, the issue of not having textbooks for usage under this new curriculum is still a pressing concern. Preparations for the A-level curriculum are already underway. However, with less than 2 weeks before the start of the Senior 5s, teachers remain concerned about the lack of textbooks. Ginat, a teacher at Maryland High School in Tebe, expressed optimism for the A-level curriculum, but noted the delay in receiving the necessary resources.
We have undergone what we call different workshops. Maryland High School has exposed us to different workshops. We are prepared, but we are also waiting for the Ministry of Education to forward us the different books that we shall be using.
Yesterday when we were in for selection, they were told that they will be sending letters to different regions to train teachers in the new curriculum for S5s.
This is a new curriculum and we call it the new normal. The 21st century teachers, we call it the new normal. The things of equation and numerical concepts, they are reduced.
Whereas the new O-level curriculum has brought positive changes, educators stress the need for increased funding and early supply of materials for teaching in order to fully implement this innovative teaching approach of the 21st century. Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
The Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology is celebrating 25 years of digital transformation since its inception in the year 2000. As part of the celebrations, the Institute has launched an annual alumni homecoming event aimed at bringing together former students and current ones to network and share experiences. The chairperson of the UICT Governing Council, Dean Munini, assured the alumni community of the Institute's continued support through mentorship and job placement opportunities.
The Uganda Institute of Information and Communication Technology, UICT, recently marked 25 years of operation. This milestone has been an occasion for reflection, celebration, and reconnecting with past students. The Alumni Homecoming event, which is part of the anniversary celebrations, seeks to celebrate opportunities for mentorship and networking among the Institute's alumni.
This event serves as a platform to reconnect former graduates of UICT and foster lifelong professional relationships. As the Deputy Principal said, we intend to set up an alumni office, which we expect to be a facilitator of these strong relationships so that we can keep connected. We celebrate 25 years of UICT, and we intend to harness the power of the alumni community as we continue to produce globally competitive ICT professionals who contribute positively to the digital economy.
Over the years, the Institute has achieved tremendous progress, including launching new programs aimed at empowering the less privileged, including refugees.
UICT is just going to participate as an implementer in component 3 of the project, and this component 3 is on capacity building and skills development for marginalized groups, and these include the underrepresented, underserved, and refugees.
Representatives of the alumni praised both the government and the Institute for their unwavering support and pledged to continue promoting the Institute's reputation.
Our target is to see to it that all the alumni come together, share with us the ideas, but also to promote the network, because these are people that have been here and now they're in different workplaces, different communities. So we are trying to see how we can tap into those connections, tap into those different professions to see to it that we promote the Institute. We also do a bit of marketing of the Institute and also to give, testimonies of the good things that we've gotten out of this Institute.
We must, as alumni of UICT, come back together, bring back the knowledge together, the skills, and we transform and build our institution. As you could be aware, when we are studying, we are doing a lot of prototypes. that now we like financial ability to push this prototype. We are proposing to the alumni that we need to make a circle so that people can come and borrow some money from the circle and now go and do what we are studying theoretically, they do it practically.
Winnie Ainembabas Katrire and Kalisha Stephen for UBC.
The resident City Commissioner for Nakawa Division, Kampala, who also serves as the NRM Youth Chairperson for Busia District, Vanessa Adrian, has urged the youth to embrace and benefit from government programs. Vanessa Adrian, who was officiating a meeting of the NRM youth leaders from Busia District, says that embracing government programs is a primary solution to unemployment rather than staying idle at home. We have details on this story.
The resident City Commissioner for Nakawa Division, Kampala, has held a meeting with the NRM youth leaders from Busia District.
The other one was to empower them to embrace, promote and benefit from the available government programs such as PDM, Emyoga, GROW and many others. As members of the structure, it is incumbent that we monitor effectively the implementation of all the government programs. Because then, as we go for polls in 2026, many questions will be brought by all the people who are in this country. Certainly they will ask, what has NRM done? So it is important that we get to understand what we have been able to achieve in lieu of the manifesto that we sold to Ugandans in 2021. I have a strong conviction that we have implemented so much, though we are still implementing.
He expressed gratitude to the government for the support provided to the youth in Busia District. The youth confirmed their support for President Museveni, citing his fulfilled pledges in Busia, such as Busia Main Market, the Musita Namayingo to Busia Road, and the value-added plant.
Our objective of this meeting was to build fairway, because they have kept me in youth leadership since 2010. So I felt I needed to say bye-bye to them in a manner that earns them respect and as a way of appreciating their input. They played a pivotal role in making me the person I am today. So it was imperative that I thank them in the manner that I have done. Secondly, the intention of the meeting was to reaffirm Muzai's commitment to serve this country. And I have told them without fear of contradiction that Muzai will be on the ballot in 2020.
Kawanguzi Paul, Sando Martin, UBC.
Now in more stories, alternative dispute resolution mechanisms for workers in Uganda are emerging as a vital tool to bridge gaps poorly covered by the court system. ADR has now become the first choice for many individuals and organizations due to its efficiency. A recent report or survey conducted by the National Organization of Trade Unions reveals that ADR is quicker and more effective in resolving disputes compared to the often lengthy and time-consuming traditional legal processes.
The findings were disclosed by Musa Okello, the chairman of NOTU, during a dissemination meeting on alternative dispute resolution study results and the draft position paper held in Kampala.
Developing a mechanism of ensuring that we have people.
The Secretary General of NOTU, Richard Bijira, emphasized that ADR offers faster conflict resolution, which is essential in ensuring prompt justice.
Key on agenda was the issue of current amendments which are taking place before our parliament in Uganda. And as workers' leaders, we have a lot of concerns, the way the trends are moving.
Member of Parliament representing workers, Arenaite Emmanuel Rakajara, noted that the survey conducted by NOTU is timely. He emphasized that it would address disputes in workplaces where employees often experience long delays in receiving justice.
As workers, as trade unionists, as a national organization of trade union, you're looking for ways and means on how we can simplify our struggle in negotiating with employers and employees.
NOTU's Treasurer General Moses Mauku highlighted the transparency of ADR, allowing individuals to clearly see how decisions are made, especially regarding critical issues.
People have worked for more than 10 years, but they are still casuals. They don't contribute to the national development because they don't pay as you earn. They don't contribute to social security. They don't subscribe to NSSF. So these conditions are the ones that we are trying to fight.
The secretary in charge of the Infrastructure Union and aspiring MP for workers, Robert Wanzusi, stressed the importance of workers' rights to unionize and have a voice in their workplaces rather than being treated unfairly.
Amendments should really follow proper consultations, and not consultations conducted as a way of public relations. You consult, we express our views, then our views are adapted, and you continue with what you want to do. Then what would be the purpose of consultations? Consultations with the trade unions must ensure that whatever we have agreed constitute what should be embedded in the amendment.
Joseph Chigozigorola and Chilembeka, UBC News.
Border Border Union launches a new union app for leader riders designed to connect travelers with riders aimed at improving the industry's efficiency. The launch event is taking place in Lira following the joint launch that happened in Kampala. Speaking at the event was the union chairperson Frank Mawenje, explaining that the union's effort would protect riders from extortion.
Very grateful today for the launch and the opening of the office of the union in Lira, which is going to stand for Lango sub-region to support borders on to acquire good things as you ride. We are launching also today the hubs for border. This time there's no looking for border at the stage. If these hubs really catch up, you will be calling the border through the hub to follow you up to home. You know about how these things used to happen in Kampala with the safe border and those other ones. But this time round is coming to Lira for Lango sub-region, so that really you maybe at rain time or you don't want to move, you will be calling for border through the hub from home. Then you will be picked from home.
But you failed to come up with a system of collection of money and give out loans and that sort. So in our union, we came up with an idea. Let's come together as border riders because we are many. Our number supports our income. We came up with an idea. Let us come up with a system that can collect little money from us and give out credit to ourselves. That is a system of SACCO. We have a product within our union. There are several products, but one of them is a national border stage development model. That model, we are going to give out motorcycles to stages. We are going to start with the stages.
I would want our people to embrace this and say this is our thing. You will be given motorcycle at a subsidized price and you should be able to pay. Even if you want to take 3, 4, 5 and also recruit others to do your business, that will be your business and you will get the benefit.
The new leadership of the Uganda National Primary and Junior Schools Head Prefects Association was officially sworn in at Caring Heights Primary School, Kagula, Kachiri Town Council, Wakiso District. The ceremony also marked the inauguration of the Wakiso District Primary Head Prefects Association's Executive Committee, as you're about to witness.
Young leaders from various schools gathered to take their oath of office, with Caring Hearts Primary School and Lennox Junior School playing pivotal roles in this leadership transition.
Swear that I will discharge my duties as the chairperson of the Uganda National Primary and Junior Schools Head Prefects Association.
I, Sasla Shanita Peus, swear that I shall discharge my duties as the chairperson of the Uganda National Primary and Junior Schools Head Prefects Association at the district level.
The District Education Officer Chinji Frederick Chinobe, representing the Minister of Education, highlighted the importance of instilling patriotism in children from an early age. He urged teachers and parents to give equal attention to both boys and girls in shaping their future.
Patriotism.
tulina kubatandikira mu primary school. We are not the leaders of tomorrow, we are leaders of today. We start from today, lead our friends at school, shall lead them in primary, lead in secondary, lead in university, and when you get out, you lead even in the country. You have seen the leadership here? The boy child, where is the boy child? Where is the boy child? When you look at boy child,
the newly sworn-in leadership includes Kusasila Shanita from Caring Hearts Primary School as head prefect of Wakiso District, and Inankabirwa Anne Mary from Lennox Junior School as chairperson of the Uganda National Primary and Junior Schools Head Prefects Association.
What I will do for my friends, I will make sure I solve financial problems as the chairperson at the district level. I will promote unity and leadership. I will promote cooperation.
What I will do for my friends, I'll make sure that all prefects in Uganda are united together. I'll maintain discipline, and I'll make sure that we make get-together parties so that people from northern Uganda can get together with the people from Buganda and know how they behave.
Pastor Paul Musisi, the founder of Caring Hearts Schools, emphasized that leadership starts at a young age and donated $500 for a patriotism training program.
Young people come up, when our children come up and they desire to be in the post of leadership, then we know Uganda is moving forward. Uganda is advancing because everything will fall on leadership. Everything will come back to leadership. So this is a great vision. Thank you so much, all the teachers. You are doing a great work because the Bible says, train a child in the ways of God, and when it grows, it will never depart from it. And that's what you are doing. For one, I was the leader.
The event, attended by key educational stakeholders, marked a significant step in empowering young leaders and fostering responsible citizenship.
Prefects, what we train them really here is their role as leaders. We basically train them to be servants, not leaders who are elected to sit in offices just having positions and gain honor.
So I therefore call upon young people that have been sworn in today in the leadership, first to do it with all the love, with all the passion, with extraordinary commitment, and I can assure you they will reach on top in whatever they are pursuing.
Crispus Arinitwe, Jamil Sekaja, UBC News.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo.
Nkowe high school na wana tufunye wo muwanguzi owa MTN Momo ye wangu de school fees ezo mwaka mulamba tebereza owulira otya mutima kati
banange sanyu byenye nali amochi wagonya njaga nyangu amali walonze erinyo
esisi
njani awangula school fees
eza momo ezo mwaka
mulamba de musanyu.
Oh my goodness,
banange MTN mwene yanza ne yanze
wanje
mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala
nkubiriza muzadde munange yonna gyoli. Wallahi sasulia school fees for Momo Pay.
Dial *165 *80 hash. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees for your child for a whole year.
Looking for instant excitement? The Uganda National Lottery Spin for Cash game is now available online. Wherever you are, you can join the excitement for just 500, 1,000 and 2,000 Uganda shillings. Don't miss out. Register now on www.nationallottery.go.ug for a chance to win your share of 2 billion instantly. What are you waiting for? Play Spin for Cash now, anytime, anywhere. Ituba is the proud operator of the Uganda National Lottery.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Government of Uganda presents Post Buses in Uganda, operated by Posta Uganda. We specialize in professional transport, courier and vehicle hire services across Uganda. Our routes include Kampala Masaka Mbarara Kabale Chisoro, Kampala Mukono Jinja Mbale via Tirinyi Road Soroti Lira, and Kampala Luwero Kamudini Gulu Kitgum. Our main offices are located at the Post Office Head Office on Kampala Road, with booking services available at counters 23 and 24 at the General Post Office. You can also book at designated district post offices along our routes. For inquiries or bookings, please contact us on 0751 684 184. Posta Uganda. We deliver trust.
Agriculture is Uganda's economic backbone, employing about 70% of the working population and contributing 20% of the GDP. As the world becomes a digital global village, ICT has proven to increase productivity in the agricultural value chain. UKUSAF, through its Strategic Plan 3, recognizes the importance of access and usage of ICT-based tools, information and knowledge for farmers by providing them the needed skills to live, learn, work and participate in a digital society.
We came up with a project which we took to UKSAF, and we're happy that UKSAF supported it. That project is called ICT for Farmers. What did we get from ICT for Farmers? We managed to skill up to 100,000 farmers.
You're still watching UBC News Tonight, and from the business desk, the Ministry of Water and Environment, through its the water production, has commissioned an irrigation scheme to ensure all-time growing of different crops by farmers in Serere District. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Water and Environment, Alfred Okot-Okid, explained that the scheme is set to not only provide water for production, but also part of environmental conservation program. He was speaking shortly after commissioning of an irrigation scheme in Kateta Sub-County, Serere District.
Is among the water-stressed districts in Teso sub-region that have realized slow progress in farming due to perennial dry spells in the area. The situation has obliged the Ministry of Water and Environment, through the Water for Production Department, to establish an irrigation scheme in Kateta sub-county to provide water for farmers and enable them farm in all seasons.
We have completed phase 1. We are now going to go in for phase 2. That is going to bring on board more farmers.
The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Water and Environment, Dr. Alfred Okot-Okidi, explained that the scheme will also provide water for animals, hence preserving the nearby swamps that have been depleted by animals in search of water.
We used to have animals walking into the swamp, and especially during dry season, destroying the ecosystem there. So what we did, we also provided for water for cows and water for goats and sheep. So now they don't go into the swamp, and that has actually allowed the swamps to regenerate and provide the services that we are doing.
Alfred further asserts that with the establishment of the scheme, the community members can now easily access water for domestic use, hence reducing on the distances moved to get water for consumption.
Our mothers and sisters used to walk and go deep inside the swamp, exposing themselves to all kinds of risks, including drowning, to pick water for domestic use. We have also provided water away from the swamp where they can now get the water safely, and we are going to enhance it to make sure that we distribute it to more people so that the access is expanded.
The leaders, led by the Deputy Resident District Commissioner, Nseko Anthony applauded the ministry for the efforts to address water shortage and the intention to promote farming in the district.
It's going to improve production, since the water for production will help the farmers produce throughout the year.
But this one here is a mega project, so it is really transforming the livelihoods of the people of Serere, because we have always encouraged them to grow high-value crops.
Meanwhile, some of the successful farmers that have benefited from the scheme commended the government through the Ministry of Water and Environment for the water extension, which they said has boosted farming, hence transforming their livelihoods.
In our first planting, we were able to get 25,600,000 in the first season.
In my first season of intercropping tomatoes, the citrus, I got 11 million.
The community has, however, been cautioned to jealously protect the water project if they are to enjoy its benefits.
State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. Jesse Muyingo, has urged rural communities to make use of their land for commercial farming and value addition to boost their household incomes. He encouraged them to embrace a culture of saving in local banks, which will help expand their business for socio-economic development.
Farmers and business owners in rural areas have been urged to prioritize saving and invest in shares within cooperative societies to increase household income. The State Minister for Higher Education, Dr. Jesse Muyingo, emphasized that collaboration within cooperative societies and a strong culture are essential for the economic growth of local communities.
Okusooka nga tugulamu emigabo, ekyokubiri nga tusaamu buli ka saving kaffe oba 10 oba 20 oba kiki buli lunaku bakokoteeka mu banka yaffe.
Dr. Muyingo was addressing over 200 members of the Share and Opportunity Zerobia Cooperative Saving and Credit Society during their 22nd annual general meeting. The event also marked the handover of a brand new tractor to the Share and Opportunity Zerobia Cooperative Saving and Credit Society at Zerobia headquarters. As a member of Share and Opportunity Zerobia Cooperative Saving and Credit Society, the Minister purchased 200 additional shares and encouraged community members to join efforts in combating poverty, growing businesses, and supporting government programs through saving. The General Manager of Share and Opportunity Zerobia Cooperative Saving and Credit Society, Rita Nancy Sebutinde, highlighted the challenges posed by an increasing number of defaulters. She urged members to repay loans promptly to ensure the bank can continue serving the community and secure a brighter future.
Inadequate loanable funds. We have members, we have high demand for loans, but there are sometimes we lack those loanable funds, and it's really a challenge, but we are trying to get partners where we can solicit those funds.
Salungo Kasibante compiled the story for UBC News.
Osmosis again. Osmosis tried to pay. Money was a enough. He checked every pocket. Money was a enough. Osi, we're sorting it. With the momo, we're sorting it. Osmosis checked again. Money still not enough. He looked everywhere. Hey, but what is going on? Osi, we're sorting it. With the momo, we're sorting it.
When your money is not enough, we're sorting it with MTN Momo. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# to add call with Momo Advance and pay bills, send money or buy bundles.
Welcome to the international stories with UBC News Tonight. Now, residents of Bukavu formed long lines outside banks to withdraw cash, a scarce commodity since the M23 rebel group seized control of the city. Last weekend, looting and the rebel groups takeover of Bukavu made locals increasingly anxious about their basic daily needs.
Уже с моим давним другом эту сторону наша встреча.
حقيقة نحن الغرض من تشكيل حكومة أو
Thank you so much for watching and being a part of UBC News Tonight. My name is Sharon Komugisha with Mugalu Mohammed on sign language from the team, and I have a lovely night and a blessed Sunday to all the Christians that have to go to church tomorrow, and a blessed day for everyone that's staying home. Bye-bye.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
International Women's Day is celebrated annually on 8th March. It is a time to reflect on progress